Welcome to the Destiny gameplay premiere pre-show. I'm Deej from Bungie, and as you can see, I'm walking the red carpet outside the event. At this moment, special guests from all over the world are taking their place in line so they can be part of a live audience as they see Destiny 2 in action for the first time. And among them will be leaders from our community like More Console.
All right, Deej, how's it going? You're okay?
Good to see you. It's always great to see you at events like this. So, it's no surprise that you're here bright and early. You were one of the original voices to find this game. Just to frame it up in terms of the timeline, when did your first Destiny video hit the internet?
It was over 4 years ago now, so it was a while back. It was a while back.
It was a while back. In fact, that makes your first Destiny video older than our first Destiny video. How did you manage that?
Well, I remember this bunch of like leaked Destiny concept art came out, so I decided to make a kind of montage of all the leaked concept art and put a bit of like generic creepy music over it and just put it out there. I think it's called Destiny Fan-Made Trailer or something like that, so it's still out there.
And what motivated that? I mean, how was it that you were aware of Destiny before the rest of the world?
Well, I've always been a lifelong Bungie fan, so I follow what you guys do really closely. I adore Halo. Combat Evolved's one of my favorite games of all time, so I just wanted to see what you guys were going to do next, and it happened to be Destiny, so that's what I decided to cover.
It was a good move.
Yeah.
When you started uploading concept art to YouTube, did you ever think that those early uploads would lead to a moment like today?
It was just me being a fan of the game. I mean, there's no way I could have like envisioned me chatting to you on a red carpet in front of the cameras, you know, in front of a Destiny 2 logo. So it's crazy. It's been really crazy.
So what's been your favorite aspect of being a member of the community all these years?
It's got to be the community itself. I've made some lifelong friends within the community. You know, coming to crazy events like this, feeling as if I'm a part of something special, something bigger. It feels like we're kind of making a bit of video game history here today. So it's just, I feel honored to be a part of it.
Guys like you are why we make games. So talk to me also about your clan. You've been a member of a Destiny clan that's several years old now.
Yeah, it's called Peasant Guard, and we've been doing this since, well, we've been playing together since Destiny 1, so we're going to stay together throughout Destiny 2, hopefully up until Destiny 10, D, so we'll see how it goes, but we're here for the long haul.
Well, we're glad to have you here, and we are glad to have you here in the audience. Thank you so much for joining us early. As I said, the minutes are ticking away. When we get to all zeros on that countdown timer, we're going to see Destiny 2 played for the first time, and some of the people here are going to get their hands on a controller as well. So stick with us, and we'll have more looks behind the scenes coming up soon.
Cannot wait, Deej.
we interrupt the countdown timer to give you a behind-the-scenes look at the Destiny 2 gameplay reveal. Now, we've been all over the world to talk about this game. E3, Gamescom, PlayStation Experience, just to name a few. And at every destination, it's been our friend Taryn Hutt from Activision, who has led fire teams to build spaces where we can meet new players and give them access to new content. Always good to see you, Taryn.
Great to see you, Deej. Excited to be here today.
So tell us a little bit about this space. This is so much more elaborate than the usual convention floor fortress. Where exactly are we today?
It is, and I love it. It's ever so fitting. We are in Hawthorne, California, at the Jet Center, which is just outside the heart of LA. Couldn't be more excited to be here today and see the space come to life.
I love coming to these events. I love seeing how you take these raw environments and turn them into an interesting place where we can talk about our game. What was all of this a week ago?
Not even a week ago, literally just a few days ago, this was a completely raw, empty aircraft hangar that we have transformed and brought to life here today. We've hung walls, we've rigged lighting, we've been on the roof covering skylights. We've hung larger than life Hunter and Warlock banners and are just so happy to be here and introduce the community to the world of Destiny 2.
Well, they're looking forward to this as well. I can certainly tell you that. We're going to have special guests in the audience today, and for the people that attend the event with us, give us just a sense of what we have in store for them.
We are ready for this day. We've been wanting it to be here for so long, and Bungie is about to take the stage in just a few minutes to welcome you into this world. And I cannot say too much about it, but I know you're not going to want to miss it, and you definitely want to stay tuned in. But in addition to everything you have here behind us, we have a second hangar ready to unveil with over 140 gameplay stations, the first Traveler rigged from the ceiling, welcoming you into the space, and some of the most exclusive in-game weapons recreated and on display for you.
Fantastic. And then when the day is over and the event comes to an end, what happens to all of this?
Sadly, this comes down very quickly, becomes an aircraft hangar again tomorrow. We turn the page and we get ready for the next big project.
All right, and you and I have an entire season of interesting events to attend together. Can't say too much about where we'll be next. Maybe you have an idea about that, but this is just the first step in a journey that runs from now all the way to the launch of Destiny 2 this fall. So
Ready and excited.
all right, good. Looking forward to seeing you at the next show. Thank you so much for all the hard work you put into creating this celebration for us. The countdown timer continues to tick down to 0. We are ever closer to the Destiny 2 gameplay reveal. Please stay tuned.
Okay, so I'm in this super boring meeting about something, I don't know, wasn't paying attention. Then, boom! It was like an ugly contest where everyone was a winner. This one dude was all, "Raw!" So I shot him, and then I shot this other one, shot a couple extra guys just to be safe. I did a lot of shooting, if I'm being totally honest. Then, they destroyed my favorite store. Second favorite. There's that spicy ramen shop. I'm getting sidetracked. Look, long story short, I get busy. And I'm thinking, I've got this. You know? When you're in that, you go, I got this. But man, I so did not have it. I guess you have to be there. Well, better get back to it. Hey, Eddie J. Jeez, the guy has one drink coming.
pre-show countdown continues, Guardians. You could say that the Destiny 2 gameplay premiere awaits. I'm joined by Justin Massengill from PlayStation. How you doing, man?
I'm doing great, Deej. I'm very excited to be here.
I'm glad to have you here. You know, I've sat on your couch for many a live stream. You've interviewed me. Now the shoe is on the other foot. How does that feel?
I feel a little vulnerable right now, but I trust you.
No, you're in a safe place, I promise. So we're going to be playing Destiny today. After the presentation's over, Guardians are going to storm into this room, single file, carefully, hopefully. And this is going to be the site of the first ever Destiny 2 LAN party. So as you can see, we're going to be playing Destiny on the PS4 Pro. Are you excited?
I'm very excited. Yeah, I can't wait to see what you guys have done with it.
So you play Destiny when you're not talking to the PlayStation community. You are a Guardian in your spare time. How do you like to play Destiny?
I don't know if I'd say spare time. I'd say it's most of my time at this point. I love to play Destiny in lots of different ways, but I think my favorite part of the game has got to be the raids. Ever since my fire team and I first cracked the seal on the Vault of Glass, I haven't been able to get enough.
And what is your go-to class?
Gotta go with Warlock.
Gotta go with Warlock.
Of course.
It's the only way to play.
You know what's up.
So, like I said, we're going to come in here. We're going to play Destiny. We're going to play Destiny in some different ways. What is the first shot that you want to fire into the world of Destiny 2?
I have a feeling this is going to be a hard no, but I want to see a new raid.
That is going to be absolutely a hard, hard no.
Yeah.
But you know, given the other wide range of options, what are some of the activities that you're hoping to experience before you leave the building today?
I'd really like to get my hands on some new Crucible stuff. If I can check that out, see how it feels to a casual PvPer like myself.
That could be arranged.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think we can make that happen for you.
All right, sounds good.
So check this out. What did you bring for me?
I'm sorry it's not for you, Deej. We did bring something special, though.
All right, well, it looks like this just became an unboxing.
Let's dig in.
All right, so I'm going to pass the microphone off to you.
So, yeah, we do have this custom Destiny 2 box that we got created in honor of the gameplay premiere event. We're not giving it away today, but if you stay tuned to PlayStation social channels, follow us on Twitter, Facebook, etc., you will find out later this summer how you can win this box and the PS4 Pro contained therein. Look at that.
That's real nice. So if they follow you at PlayStation on Twitter, if they find you where you live on Facebook, this too could be yours. But we have an aircraft hangar full of PS4 Pros today. And you'll see the entire venue. I mean, you know, we'll tease it right now, but if you look out across here, just PS4 Pros as far as the eye can see.
All of this will be mine someday.
Someday, all of this will be yours. Maybe in about an hour or two, you'll have access to all of this.
Please.
So we're looking forward to seeing the people who are in attendance at this event getting a hand on controller. Some nice controlled hostilities right here in this space. Thank you so much for being on hand for this.
Thank you, Deej. It's an
wouldn't
honor.
Wouldn't be the same without you. And Destiny 2 gameplay premiere is rapidly approaching. Every time we break in on the countdown timer, it gets just a little bit closer. So stay tuned. We'll have more for you to watch, more people for you to meet before the time comes for you to see Destiny 2 in action. We are still counting down to the main event, and just like you, most of the people that work at Bungie are waiting for this live stream to begin up in our studio at a viewing party at Bungie. But I do have some teammates who are down here to experience the Destiny 2 gameplay premiere along with the community. And one of them is studio co-founder, chief creative officer, the game director for Destiny 1, and fellow Guardian, Jason Jones.
How's it going, Deesh?
Glad to have you here. I would love to hear a story about some of the experiences that you have had as a player of the game with the community.
Right on. So in Destiny 1, when we launched the game, we were really excited about it. We'd been playing it a lot. We thought people were going to love it, but we had no idea how people were going to react. And so when Destiny 1 launched, we were all online, the minute that it went live. And I started playing not with people from Bungie, but with people from the community. I accepted every friend request that I got, and I went blind into the raid with groups. So I wasn't blind, but I was pretending like I was blind. I never told anybody that I worked at Bungie, because that would have ruined the this joy that I was experiencing watching people see this for the first time. And anyway, there were many fun moments in that time. But I remember the first night that Xur showed up in the tower.
Yeah.
And we had been playing. I was in this group of 3, and I don't know what we were doing, but we'd been playing all day, and people were talking about how they had to go to bed. And we went back to the tower to turn in our engrams to the V1 Cryptarch, the original.
The original evil Cryptarch. Purple's become blue's Cryptarch, right?
My favorite Cryptarch.
Oh, God.
And they were turning in their engrams, and I knew Xur was there. I'd been watching the clock. And I discovered, our tentacled friend, and I started saying over voice, like, "Hey guys, come over here! Look at this thing I found!" And if you remember, like the original Xur experience, you'd never seen an exotic before in Destiny, and suddenly there was this creepy guy in the tower that was showing you, this amazing stuff. And the group I was with started to freak out, and like one guy had enough strange coins to actually buy something, and he bought Mask of the Third Man and was running around the tower screaming with it on. And it was just an amazing experience to watch people enjoying this thing that we built. And I don't know, that's my story.
That's when it becomes real for us, right?
Yeah, right, absolutely. That's the only reason we do it. That's why it. Yeah, yes, right. That's exactly why it matters. Yeah.
So, as a player of the game, as a fan of the world that you had a hand in creating, what does this moment, what does this day mean to you?
I'll let the Destiny 2 team speak for themselves. They've done amazing work, and they're going to be showing it off in just a second. But I'm excited that we're one step closer today to me being able to play D2 as a player and have that same experience all over again, going into the world fresh.
That's awesome. And some of the people who are here in attendance today will also be playing, so we'll be sure to look over their shoulder and maybe get our first learnings about the world of Destiny 2. So the countdown continues. We are ever closer to the gameplay reveal for Destiny 2. Thanks so much. For the final act of this pre-show countdown, we're going to be joined by a Titan who just might sound familiar to you. You may recognize him as a Baltimore City police lieutenant or maybe even the hotel concierge of the criminal underworld, but to millions of Guardians, Lance Reddick is the voice of Commander Zavala, leader of the city defenses, and our Titan Vanguard. It is awesome to have you here with us today.
It's pretty awesome to be here.
So I want to talk to you about the character that you bring to life. When you approach the mic and you are Zavala, what influences your performance?
Well, I mean, so it's wow. That's actually not that simple a question because in some ways it's a very technical process of doing voice acting for a video game. But to me, aside from actually doing Shakespeare, it's probably the most Shakespearean role I've ever played. He's very regal, he's very stoic, but at the same time, there's so much weight to everything he does, and so more than anything else that I do, I rely on the director. So the director and I interact a lot when I'm working on this game.
So a Guardian is a hero, but Zavala is our leader. Like you were talking about Shakespearean heroes, Shakespearean kings. Is that where your mind goes when you're Zavala?
Yeah, I mean, to me, it's so funny because sometimes I'll make Shakespearean references when I'm joking, like when we were doing when I was doing the voice for the trailer.
Yeah.
For this new iteration. I made a comment about, oh, this is a Henry V. This is the St. Christmas Day speech. Or yesterday, there was something about him being somber. I was doing a session yesterday, and I said, oh, this is the Hamlet version. So, yeah.
It's great that you're able to fall back on your experiences as an actor, your studies in the classics. We've heard a little bit more from Zavala in the reveal for Destiny 2. We're going to hear a little bit more from Zavala today. Can't wait for our community to see that.
I can't wait to see it myself.
But without spoiling anything, talk to me about what it's been like working on Destiny 2 outside of Destiny 1. How has the character changed, and how has your work on the project changed?
Well, I mean, in Destiny 2, in Destiny 1, he was basically just in the tower, so he was more kind of giving directions. So there was a lot of exposition. There was a lot of being kind of the general and the comm. In Destiny 2, he's actually in the fight. Obviously, I can't give any spoilers about why that's happening, but yeah, he and they're all in the fight now.
It's difficult to keep secrets. It's difficult to talk about something we're excited about without telling people exactly what it is. I feel your pain, but in a matter of moments, I think they're going to know exactly what you're talking about. Zavala is part of the struggle. You're part of the action a little bit more this time, yeah? Yeah.
So there's my character's does a lot more. He's fighting.
Fighting for his very survival.
Yeah, fighting for the survival of humanity, fighting for the survival of all the Guardians. Yeah.
So this is something that you understand. It's never fair when you're talking to an actor to ask them if they play the games that they work on, but I have a little bit of inside information here. You play Destiny.
Yeah, I play Destiny a lot, actually. Almost, I'm embarrassed to say this, almost every day, yeah.
So when you play Destiny, what class do you play as?
Well, I'd say 75% of the time I play Warlock, 25% of the time I play Titan.
As you should, right? So when you're playing as a Titan, is it because of an emotional connection to the character, or do you just like punching stuff?
I like throwing those hammers, and I like the fist when he comes down with the, yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. Well, have you ever played a raid?
Only once.
And who led the way when you were on that raid?
You should know, because it was you.
I got to play a raid with Commander Zavala. It was actually one of my favorite moments in Destiny, deep in the Vault of Glass, playing with a Titan that spoke with Zavala's voice. So I want to thank you for that. We should do it again sometime.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I wonder if there are any people in our community who would like to lead you on another raid.
I hope so.
All right. Well,
but I'm going to call you first.
Okay. Well, I'll put together a really good fire team for us.
Great.
So we are moments away from learning what Zavala has to say about this next game. And before we do that, we're going to take a look one more time at the original reveal trailer for Destiny 2. But if fans of the game want to hear more from you, if they want to see more of your work, where else can they find you?
Well, I'm on a series on Amazon called Bosch. The third season just dropped about a month ago. I'm in a new series on Comedy Central. We don't have an air date yet, but we finished shooting the first season. It's called Corporate. We just finished shooting the first season in February. So that'll They'll start to air in the next 6 months or so. And then I've got a film that called The Domestics. It's kind of a post-apocalyptic action thriller that's coming out sometime later this year.
Genre that you might know something about, huh?
Although the role I play, I'm interestingly enough, I get to do a lot more action than I usually get to do. So I'm really looking forward to that film coming out. Yeah.
Well, if you just don't get enough of Lance Reddick in Destiny, those are the other places where you might be able to find him. But right now, we're going to see Zavala as we rally the troops.
Times may be dark, but we are Earth's greatest hope. Look around you. A gathering of noble guardians new and old.
Okay, listen up. You're a bunch of dirty misfits, but you're all that's left, so you'll have to do.
Our home was attacked. I was there and fought against the endless onslaught.
They kept coming, so I kept firing. Not gonna lie, I was magnificent.
Despite the sacrifice of many brave guardians, we lost everything. The tower, the city, our home.
So, everything is gone. Your stuff, my stuff, most importantly, my stuff.
Today we know our enemy. His name is
Gary! Or Gil. Glenn? Is it? I don't know. It's something with a G!
Gaul. I know you look to me in times of peril, but this is not my battle alone.
Which means if I don't see you out there, I'll kill you myself.
It is time to avenge this injustice, for that is the duty of all guardians.
Worst case scenario, you die. But who knows? Maybe you won't.
So I ask you, who will stand with me?
Yeah! Really, guys?
That was inspiring.
Also, there will be a ton of loot! Yeah, right? That's what I thought.